This is the Plat Committee meeting for March 5th, 2025 at 4 p.m. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Secretary, please roll call.
Yes, Mr. Mackey.
Yeah, here.
Mr. Hillary.
Here.
And Ms. Stoller.
Here.
Thank you, Selena.
And the third item we have on the agenda are the elections. We will elect a new president and also a vice president.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion. Hatem, I know you said a new president. You have done such a fantastic job this past year. I'm going to elect you to be president for another year.
I will second the nomination.
Do I accept? I accept the nominee. Thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. And second, for vice president, I would like to nominate and put a motion in for Ross Hillary for vice president.
I'll second.
And I'll accept.
All right, so now the president and vice president are the same people that you see currently today. Thank you. The fourth order of business is the approval of previous minutes from December 4th, 2024. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the previous minutes as presented for the December 4th, 2024 meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 And motion passes. For number 5, we have the public hearing for Mapledale. This is a parcel that is on 8145 East 116th Street. And this is a request to approve a primary plat with 64 residential lots on approximately 9.34 acres. Kevin?
Thank you. As you said, this is plat PP 2412, primary plat for the Mapledale development. My name is Kevin Martin, Assistant Director of Planning and Zoning for the record. This subject site is located centrally within the city, within the Nickel Plate District, at the intersection of 116th Street and Holland Drive. The site is located approximately on the 8100 East 116th Street block. You can see it here pictured on the screen. It's directly along 116th Street. The current property is approximately 9.34 acres in size and contains no structures. Previously, the site included individual lots with single-family homes. The site zoning is Village Center within the Nickel Plate District. The Village Center zoning district encourages a mixture of residential products, including townhomes and single-family homes. The zoning will remain unchanged. The surrounding area, as shown here, is also zoned Village Center. You see there are some downtown core properties over to the east, some R4 properties to the north across 116th, and some R5 properties to the west and south of the site, all emphasizing dense residential uses. The request before you today is to subdivide the Mapledale property for the development of a new neighborhood. The proposal includes 8 single-family homes and 53 townhomes for a maximum of 61 residential units. You can see the proposed site layout and plat here. You can see the townhomes are focused along 116th Street and on the northeast portion of the site. There is a retention pond and common area on the west side of the site, and a number of single-family homes are proposed on the south side of the site. Access will be provided from the intersection of 116th Street and Holland Drive, which is a signaled intersection. The proposed architecture and site plan design have not been approved by the Nickel Plate Review Committee and will be required to undergo that review process. With that, this plat is in line with the objectives of the Fishers Unified Development Ordinance and aligns with the future land use map, which designates the site as regional mixed use. Staff recommends approval of the primary plat 2412 as presented. A public hearing is required. And with that, I will conclude my presentation, and I'm available if you have any questions for me.
Do we have any presentation by the petitioner?
No, no presentation from the petitioner.
Thanks for going back to this slide. So for context, there's a pond and single-family adjacent lots adjacent to the existing neighborhood. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You can see them on this image a little bit better.
And I know this is going through our TAC process now, which is our Technical Advisory Committee, which makes up city departments as well as our utility companies. And I know some of those items have not been finished yet, so after the public hearing, I'll make my recommendation, but recommend that all of those items are continue to go through the process if they're not ironed out already. So I don't have any other questions. Do you?
No, I agree.
I have a few thoughts, questions here. One is the stoplight at Holland and 116th Street. Will there need to be any improvements done to that intersection given this neighborhood?
It will have to be, right, Kevin?
Correct, yes.
Yep. And there's a left turn from 116th Street going westbound, left turn in.
Correct.
Okay.
Selena, can you see that island there along 116th Street?
Yes.
That will be modified to allow for a dedicated turn lane into the neighborhood.
Okay. My next question would be the cutout property. At one point in time, they thought they were going to get that to include in this development, then no, then yes, and where does that stand at this point?
I believe that's this property over on the northeast side of the site, correct? Yeah, it's my understanding that they were not able to get that property included within this development, but they do hope that at a future date that can become part of the neighborhood, and the design follows that thinking.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure of, is that if at some point that can be added into this neighborhood, I think that's going to be the best. I hate to see there be another entry point into 116th Street at this point, at that location.
Kevin, can you go back to that? Yeah, so if it does happen and that parcel does get included in this development, is that going to be a four-way intersection there, or the access is going to be from the alley?
So the access would be from that alley that they're proposing there, and essentially it would be another block, another structure of townhomes, also facing 116th Street, maintaining that design that they have on the other side of Holland Drive.
So it's not a continuation of that public road, it's going to be an alley going east?
This alley that's shown there, which is the back of those townhomes, would be continued on over onto that site.
Okay, so the same width and the same characteristics of that road is going to continue?
That's
there?
what's envisioned, but
Okay. Is it going to tie in to that alley going north-south, or?
I think that decision would have to be made at that time.
Okay. Thank you. And you said there's no presentation from the petitioner?
No.
All right, and since this is a public hearing, I'm going to open it to public hearing and comments. Please come forward and state your name and address and provide us with the comments.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Howe. I reside at 8221 Katrina Way. I am the president of and making statements on behalf of the Townhomes at Fishers Point Homeowners Association. My neighborhood originated in 2005 and consists of 98 townhomes. We're located off Fishers Point Boulevard and just south of 116th Street, which makes us one of the proud neighborhoods in downtown Fishers. We are located to the immediate east of the Maple Dell property and have been in discussions with Mr. Corby Thompson regarding the prospective connection to our private sanitary sewer line to connect Maple Dell. While we have not reached an agreement on that matter at this time, we do voice our support of the development plans with townhomes and single-family residences. We look forward to continue to work with Mr. Thompson and with the city through this process. All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, do we have anyone else from the public? All right, seeing as none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing for the Maple Dell project. And for now, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve Maple Dell as presented with.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve primary plat 24-12 as presented with the condition that all TAC comments, including any outstanding engineering, planning, sewer, stormwater items are addressed.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 6 on the agenda, do we have any old business? No old business. Any new business? None. Any staff communication? Kevin? Nope. And then we'll get the board signatures and the findings of fact. If we don't have anything else on the agenda, I will call for the adjournment.
So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Selena.
Thanks, Selena.